Hey guys, what's going on? Today I have a part 2 to my favorite shows on Netflix video. I've already made this once, so I have another collection of 10 awesome TV shows that you can watch on Netflix. And today I'm going to be sharing another 10 with you. So since this takes forever, let's jump into it. The first show is definitely my favorite on the list and possibly my favorite of all time, and it is Breaking Bad. If you have not yet watched Breaking Bad, oh my gosh, I cannot even tell you the levels of love that I have for that show. I highly recommend it. If you have not yet heard about Breaking Bad, it is about a high school chemistry teacher named Walter White who is incredibly intelligent, and he also has lung cancer, and he decides to start selling meth that he produces with a former student to kind of catch up on his medical bills and make sure that his family has enough money should he die. I will say that the first season is really slow. I had a hard time getting into it, and I know a lot of other people start the first season and they can't get past it. I feel you. I totally relate. The first season is not as fun, but you guys, I swear, once you get into this show, it is riveting. You're not going to be able to tear yourself away. The character development over the seasons is so incredibly fun to watch. Highly recommend Breaking Bad. Definitely one of my favorites of all time. I have watched it over and over and over. Yeah, bitch. Science! The second show that I'm going to recommend to you guys is Shameless US. Shameless is about the dysfunctional Gallagher family, and basically the children of the family, I think there's 7 of them, and they range from the age of 2. Liam, the youngest, is 2 years old, maybe, and the oldest is 21, and that's Fiona. So all of these Gallagher kids grew up or are growing up in this dysfunctional family, and the children are completely responsible for themselves. Their mom is very mentally ill and an addict, and their dad is absolutely an addict, and he actually just is a constant hindrance on their life. So the children in the Gallagher family absolutely rely on each other to survive. They don't have parents looking after them. Like its title, the show is absolutely shameless. You will totally be embarrassed sometimes by the things that you see. You will not be able to believe your eyes, but you will absolutely fall in love with these kids who are survivors. They're amazing. They are so cool, and you're going to love them, and you're going to love their story. You'll get a lot of feels out of it, and you will get a lot of laughs out of it. They're absolutely shameless. They'll do anything they need to do to get by. It's totally worth your watch, and there are a ton of seasons to binge on. Number 3 on our list is Friends. Everyone has heard of Friends. It's about 6 20-somethings living life in New York City together. It always makes me laugh. It's just one of those shows that I know I'll have a good time watching. There's a ton of pop culture in it, tons of guest stars that were so famous during that era in Hollywood. So a blast from the past if you're an 80s or 90s baby. That's cool. If you're looking for a comedy, something to throw on where you can watch season after season after season, and you just want to kick back and relax, Friends is a really good one. Okay, next up, number 4 is Bob's Burgers. Well, you guys, we have to pause because Netflix took Bob's Burgers away in May, and I did not realize before filming this, but I am going to briefly talk about it really quick because you can still rent it on Netflix DVD. I love Bob's Burgers, you guys. It is such a funny, witty show, and the humor, I feel that the humor is very fresh and new. It's not humor that I see on every other show. Basically, in this show, we are following Bob and his family, and they run a burger joint. It doesn't all happen at the burger joint. There is a ton of shenanigans, a lot of shenanigans involving their 3 children, Tina, Jean, and Louise. And I just want to say that the kids are so funny. Louise is my spirit animal. She's the one with the little pink bunny hat. I want to be her. But in all seriousness, you guys, Bob's Burgers is probably one of the funniest shows on Netflix right now, and I highly recommend it. You will absolutely get a kick out of all of these people. The characters are an absolute hoot. All right, number 5 is Law & Order SVU, so a lot more serious here. This is a crime series about the Special Victims Unit in New York. Mostly we are following Olivia Benson and her fellow detectives and her partners as they move around the city trying to capture these perpetrators of sex crimes or just other special kinds of crimes. You know what I'm saying? But it does mostly revolve around sex crimes. So if that's really hard or heavy topic for you, you might want to stay clear of this one. Again, it is a drama, and like I said, it covers heavy content. So, you might experience some tears. Certain episodes will hurt more than others. So that is another really good one. Definitely a TV classic. Number 6 is Nurse Jackie. This is a bit more of a heavy show as well. Basically, it is a drama with a lot of comedy on the side. In this show, we follow a New York ER nurse named Jackie Payton, who also is an addict. She is a total expert in the ER. She is like the go-to girl. She knows exactly what is going on. She has worked there for so long, but she does have that secret of being addicted to pills. And that is where the drama comes into the show. It is very sad to get this glimpse into addiction that you get from Jackie. She's a very high-functioning addict, and you get to see how her addiction plays out in her relationships and her job over time. There is some pain involved there. Addiction isn't fun. It's not easy. It's a very hard thing. There is some comedic value. You get a lot of comedic entertainment from the other people in Nurse Jackie's life. For example, her coworkers. My favorite personal coworker is Zoe Barco. She is absolutely a breath of fresh air. Yeah, you get to watch a lot go on in this hospital over the years. I believe that there's 7 seasons. So again, lots to binge watch here. So number 7 is the most recent watch for me. I'm not done with the entire series, but that's okay because it's American Horror Story. And American Horror Story is an anthology. And what that means is that each season is a completely separate story. It has different characters, a different plot. I have watched the first season and I am halfway through the second. Oh my gosh, you guys. Holy crap. I am highly impressed. That is as terrifying as it is while being on cable TV. I think that it is unpredictable. I think that the writers are genius. I'm blown away by just these storylines and these plots. I think it has all of the good elements of a horror film. I mean, we have psychological fear and then blood and gore fear. It's just really good. It's fantastic. And if you are an AHS fan, let me know what your favorite season is below because I don't have to watch them in order. Number 8 is Jessica Jones. I kind of can't have a top 10 list without having a super strong BA superhero lady in my list. So Jessica Jones is my strong lady. Jessica Jones is a Marvel superhero. I love how Jessica Jones is not expected to be the typical girly girl woman that we always see portrayed on TV. She is rough around the edges. She drinks a little bit too much. She is very, 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 very strong. But I absolutely cannot wait for season 2 of Jessica Jones. Right now there is only 1 season, so it's a little bit hard to describe the plot to you guys without doing any spoilers. Other superheroes from the Marvel world are intertwined into the story, so that is a very fun aspect of it as well. So if you want to see a girl kick ass, I definitely recommend Jessica Jones. The ninth show that I want to recommend to you guys is Stranger Things. And I absolutely know that all of you guys noticed when Stranger Things came out because it was a total whirlwind of love. The entire internet went crazy for Stranger Things. Stranger Things, really quickly, is about a little boy named Will who goes missing. At that point, his family, friends, and the local police, of course, start to look for him. And I mean, chaos breaks loose. All of these people start going through these very wild, mysterious, science fiction-y, and supernatural events unfold. It's absolutely riveting and suspenseful. I feel like every episode ended in a cliffhanger, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to watch more. I would just plan on watching one episode, and it would end, and I'd be like, okay, watching the next one. Literally can't help it. It was so good. I loved it. I can't wait for season 2. So it's set in the 80s, and when I am watching it and I'm watching these young kids interact and their outfits and their bikes and the way that it's shot, I just feel like there is this nod to E.T. and 80s pop culture that I'm like absolutely in love with. So that's a very fun part of Stranger Things. And again, like I keep saying, I highly recommend it. Okay, the last show that I'm going to recommend to you guys today is Narcos. It is another Netflix original, and I believe that there are 2 seasons currently, and we are waiting for the 3rd to be published. Narcos is based on true events, and I think it's really, really cool because it shows the story of this history from 2 different perspectives. So we have one perspective that is the Colombian cartel / Pablo Escobar and his rise to be a drug lord in Colombia. And then we have the side of the DEA agents and how they go from just chasing, smaller criminals who have like a little bit of pot to chasing these massive drug lords who are shipping huge quantities of cocaine into America on a daily basis. So I feel like that is a very cool story. I feel like the element of including both sides of the story is top notch. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how the story continues. I did want to let you guys know that there are some things to concern yourself with. There is a lot of violence in the show. There are drugs in the show, and there's sexual violence. So I just wanted to warn you guys about that before you jump in. I just find it fascinating to see kind of how the criminal world operates. I think this is an interesting depiction into that. So those are 10 more shows that I absolutely love and find worthy of your binge watch on Netflix. I hope that you enjoy them as well. Don't forget to leave me your recommendations for the best shows on Netflix right now. I love a good story and I love characters that I can really fall in love with. If you like videos like this, definitely give me a thumbs up so that I know to keep making them in the future. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!